Silas is running. All right, guys. Let's get up on stage. Anybody with their camera on gets picked first. Let's get as many of you on stage. I love having people that have no idea what they're doing and need some homework that I can help them out with. Ground rules are turn on your camera. Second ground rule is no cussing in my live streams. So let's see who's here and let's get at it. Tyrell, here we go.
Hey, Trent, what's going on?
How are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Good.
So
what you got?
Yeah, I've got this deal. The seller's ready to sign, but I'm having trouble filling out the contract.
Okay.
So
You want to throw me the numbers before we can kind of look at it?
Yeah.
Or just you can tell it to me real quick. What are you offering?
151,000. 100,000.
And what's their asking?
Oh damn. Hold on. I don't even have it pulled up. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared.
No worries.
135.
They're asking 135. You're giving them 151.
Yes.
So and then what kind of balloon?
6-year balloon.
Okay. I always like to go 8 years if I can go on those. So just 6 years is the very least we'll do.
Okay.
Payment per month?
630.
Yeesh. Gonna be a little bit high. And what is the rent for?
Actually. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah,
No
630 and then 1,400.
Okay. It's a little high on the payments each month.
Yeah.
And it's 0% interest, I assume?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm a little concerned about the monthly. What's cash on cash?
Ooh, I'd have to pull it up.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Nope.
All right.
I know what I did. I know when I did my numbers, it was like 15%, 16%.
15? Okay. Not amazing, just so you know. So I don't want you to be disappointed. 22 and over is awesome.
I see.
It's so close. 15%.
I kind of came in with the max offer.
Yeah, you did. Did you use buy box?
Yeah. I didn't even short the numbers.
Yeah. So what I want you guys to do, and this is for everybody, I'm going to beat you up just a little bit.
For sure. Go ahead.
But what I want you to do is, I don't mind you over asking is fine. I want balloons to go longer. I want them to be at least 8 years and hopefully 10.
We didn't even mention a balloon.
Even better. That's an excellent part of this. That will make it work. I really like the number of like 25% of what rents are as your payment per month. Okay, it's an easy way to figure it out. You don't have to touch a calculator. I hate the calculator. I want to kill myself with the calculator. Oh, wait, TikTok hates that when I say that. I don't like calculators.
Yeah.
So I just want like, oh, these are all our parameters, and let me try to get there. I want 20% or more cash on cash.
For sure.
So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
You might want to save yourself a ton of time because getting the deal is easy. selling the deal is impossible. And at these numbers, it won't sell. And I tell
Okay.
you that just from experience. But if you can go back to them and say, "Hey, I ran my numbers wrong," and to apologize for that, I'll give you 155 to apologize.
Yeah.
But I need to get the monthly down to about 300.
Oh wow.
Yep. Because when you do your numbers, that's going to cash flow, more than 15% for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So,
All right, sweet.
if you want help with your contract, you can always, do you want to JV with me? I'll send you to my back end team of 6 awesome women that do your contracts and help you out through the whole back end of the whole process. Is that
Yeah,
something you want to do?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so Marilyn's going to put our form into the chat, and anybody that has talked to a realtor has got a deal, and usually a deal that we really love. If you can get it to, you're going to have to kind of eat some crow, but I think giving him an extra $4,000 to apologize, I think is a good move.
Okay.
You'll just fill out that form, and when you get the contract, add the contract to that, and we'll help you out. Oh, we're gonna fill out the contract. So call them, find out the numbers, see if you can get those numbers down, and then tell them you're going to send over your contract, and really fall on the sword. Just be like, "Oh, I've got some terrible news for you guys. I'm so sorry. My team just beat me up for the last half hour because I'm newer at this, and
Okay.
I gave them bad numbers, and they're mad at me." And you can say, "So I'm going to, just as a punishment to myself, I'm going to put my commission for this deal into a bigger purchase price for you guys."
Okay.
Okay, and that
can
makes
do
sense. But just really fall on the sword and prep them that bad news is coming, and you feel super horrible about it, and blah 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 blah. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna do some practicing in the mirror, but I got it.
Okay. Do you want to call them right now for us? If you say no, I'm going to insist. So say, yeah, I would love to.
I already tried to call her because I need the seller's name.
Okay.
So, but I can try calling again.
Perfect. That's what I want to hear. And do you have a camera?
I don't, unfortunately, and my mic probably won't even pick up the phone on the. Mike probably won't even pick up the phone.
Okay, let's try it. We'll try it. Let's just hold the phone really close to the mic, and see if that works.
And what am I going in? What's my angle?
You're bringing bad news, and you're super sorry about it. But here comes the bad news, and somebody's coming to my door. Hang on, 2 seconds. Get prepped. Give yourself some.
Yeah.
All right, you prepped? You ready?
Nope.
Come on.
All right.
I love it. I love it. So let's give him a call. And so the deal is you're calling with bad news.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, I totally screwed up. I'm an idiot. Just massively beat yourself up and say, but the good news is I'm going to give you 155 because I'm punishing myself for making this mistake.
Yeah.
What's going to change is I'm going to give you 155 instead of 151. But what I need to change is the monthly payment to 300. Will that be a
Ouch.
problem? No, you got to believe in it. Okay. So you're going to
Okay.
say, it's going to be 300 a month. How's that work for you? And I always say, will it be a problem? It's a technique because people like to say no. And would it be a problem is
Are you opposed to it?
exactly. You've read it. Okay, so you know the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, just doing it is the
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, look how excited he is. Like,
So excited. I
he's
love
so
when you get
excited.
suffer, please. You're a grown man, Tyrell.
yeah, we're working on it. All right, one more time. What's my angle so I can write it on my whiteboard so I don't know what I'm looking at?
You are a bad guy. You screwed up huge.
Yeah.
So I've got some bad news for you. I've got to drop the payment to what I say, 300?
Yeah.
I'll let you say 350. I need to drop the monthly payment to 350.
Okay.
But the good news is I'm going to punish myself and lose my commission on this by offering you 155. So I'm going to add $4,000 to that. Would that be a problem? Boop. Done. They'll be like, no, it's not a problem. Let's send over the contract.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen. Watch it. It's going to happen. Just don't poop yourself. That's all I ask.
No, I'm not. I got you.
Good. Good. So I don't want to have to smell that.
Yeah.
So great. Okay, anybody that's on stage, go ahead and turn off your mics, please.
Yeah,
I have a
question.
Turn off your mics, guys. Turn off your mics. Tyrell is
Hey, Maggie, how you doing?
okay. Turn off your mic.
I'm good. I'm good. Look, hey, I got some bad news, and
good.
I screwed up. I'm newer to this. I just got done talking to my team, and they're really upset with me. So what I can do is I can offer an extra 4,000, and take my with me being newer at this, I'm willing to add 4,000 to the deal, and kind of fall on the sword, so to speak, on this one. Yeah. So, but no, I add an extra 4,000 to the deal, but the payments are gonna have to change to 350 a month. Would that be a problem?
Perfect. This is fun. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm new at this, so I'm sorry. Okay. All right, I'll do that. All right, thank you so much, Maggie. I mean,
What happened?
nothing. I mean, yeah, she said send it over.
Yes! You're the best. That's awesome. Guys.
She said it'll probably be a problem because it's like half what you were paying, but she said everybody makes mistakes, and she'll pass it on to the realtor
Awesome. Okay.
or
Cool.
the seller. I mean,
The seller. Yeah.
and I didn't even get his name. I still didn't get his fucking name.
Just text her. Just say, "Oh, I'm even worse at this than I thought. I forgot to get his name." Okay, just text that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and just say, "Let me know as Now, we want to get a verbal okay before we send the contract, or do you want to send the contract?
I'd rather just send it over.
Let's do it. Okay. You're like, I don't want to talk to anybody anymore ever again. How do you feel though? That was a pretty big deal.
Good.
Right? It's a little boost of adrenaline after it all kind of works out.
It's like when when you first get on the call, it's nerve wracking, but when you're done, it's like, yes, I fucking did it. All right, excuse my language. My bad. Sorry for cussing. Everyone.
No, you're on fire right now. I can't slow your roll, so that's fine. Okay, perfect. Send it to Marilyn's going to send you our form, and it'll be in the chat as well. And just fill out that form and get it over to us, and we're going to help you out.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, man.
Good job, buddy. Take it easy. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I love it. That was great. Okay, bro. See ya. Okay, so hey, a big part of this whole thing, guys, is facing your fears. Let's get through these things. When you make a mistake, owning up to it. It's just such a great way to grow. I'm so proud of you guys when you do that. I've always said the only way to grow is to face your fears. And so that was proof right there. He killed it. Okay, Kevin, welcome back. What's up?
Hey, Trent. I'm sorry, I'm driving right now. I'm just gonna take maybe 15 minutes to get home to my desk. So in the meantime, you can reach someone else.
I'll watch you. I'll see you when you can. Okay, cool.
All right, thank you.
What's up, Tanner? The fade's not bad.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
So I do have a.
Wait, hold on, just 1 second. Wait. Are you in the bathroom?
I'm sitting on the toilet.
Okay. Well, are you doing your business or are you just hiding in the bathroom?
Oh no, that would be just disgusting. Are you kidding? Why would I be doing my business in the bathroom?
Well, that's where you do your business. I don't know what.
While I'm doing my business. Those two businesses don't go together. That is
bad business, is what that.
That's bad fucking business. No, I'm not. This is actually my office. Yes.
Respect.
Yes.
Okay, what's going on?
That's also grind. You know what I mean? Okay, so the 24 unit that I'm talking to your team about right now.
Yeah.
Basically, so he told me that deals with him in the past. So he says that no matter what this deal sells for, he'll be getting 10K off the top from, I assume, the people who helped him secure the contract. And he's like a one-man dispo team because he really is, like well-spoken, and he can talk the talk, if you will. So, and obviously, that's good. Well, he's been sitting on this paper for long enough to where he needed an extension, and so he got that extension with the seller. And so my questions to him were, what is the what's the contract price? And he said he doesn't know. Well, that's because he doesn't really matter what he sells it for, because he's getting 10K if it sells for 1.1, or if it sells for 595. So your team told me to. So at that point, I had brought up Buy Box Cartel and Hold My Hand Wholesale and the auto contracts, and at that point, he just kind of got like, well, why would we submit an auto contract if I already have a contract right here in my hand with the seller's signature on it? And that made sense to me after.
Well, what's interesting is he has a contract, but he doesn't know the price.
Right. That's what that's kind of what threw me off. But I assume that's just because he's getting 10K off the top, and I feel like it's like another form of Hold My Hand Wholesale or Buy Box Cartel, where it's not Buy Box Cartel, but it's something of the sort, to where once he disposed this, well, I don't know. I don't know. I would really like to and discuss it further.
I've never seen a contract in real estate that doesn't tell you the price.
Right, where he doesn't know the contract price, and because he basically just told me, well, it doesn't matter to me because no matter what, I get 10K after I sell it, which that makes sense to me. But I would like to know, because I was asking, I said, what if there's a spread? And he said, spread or not, big spread or little spread, I'm getting 10 grand from this once it sells. So. And he has the contract with the seller, and also he has the contract with that he wants to use in order to pass it on over to whomever.
Yeah, the assign. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Can we see that contract?
Yeah. Which one? The one with the seller.
His contract that he has with the seller that doesn't have a price.
Okay, so I just sent him an offer, and he told me way off, which makes me think that he knows what the
right. He's putting in a little extra for himself. So we need to see his contract. We can't go any further without that.
Right.
Okay, so tell him that. Say we got to see your contract, bro. It's not gonna.
So and assuming that he doesn't actually know, which I can't picture him not knowing what the contract price is.
He has to know. There's nothing we can do. That's like going into a store and saying, "Hey, I'd like to buy this candy bar," and they go, "Well, I don't know how much it costs." And you just sit there and stare at each other. It's like,
right.
And they're like, "Yeah, it probably costs something, but I know I'm going to get 10 grand when I sell it to you."
Right, and so 10 grand plus, whatever, because if I don't know the spread, or if I don't know, what the contract price is, then how the heck am I supposed to get, paid aside from, Buy Box Cartel? But how would y'all know how to get paid? Because you wouldn't know the spread either.
I want to read the contract and see how full he is.
I would like to know the contract that is, keeping him in the shade about everything.
Yeah, somebody said it in the chat, and that's probably what's going on.
So, and one of the other conversations was that what was it? That basically the reason I just completely lost my train of thought. That the reason why he doesn't have the contract, I don't know what I was going to say.
No worries. Next step is we just need the contract. If he can't provide the contracts, tell him to have a nice day, and we'll see on the next deal that you do have a contract. What he's doing is bird dogging, I think. Bird dogging,
slow walking.
Yeah, so he knows about a deal. He doesn't have any information on it, but somebody said, "Hey, okay. I'll give you 10 grand if you get this deal done." That's what he's probably doing.
So should I say bird walking? He'll probably know what that means too.
No, don't say that. Don't accuse him of anything.
Bro?
Bird dogging.
Oh, bird dogging me, bro.
Are you bird walking me? So just get back with him. Just say, "Hey, I need the contract. I've got a buyer." So play back with him because he's full of crap. Okay.
A little hardball. Yeah, now he's kind of pissing me off.
Well, now you're pissing me off.
Now I feel fucking dumb, freaking dumb. Bird dogging me walking this whole time.
Right. All right, so that's probably what's going on. Hey, Marilyn, please, let everybody on the back end know that this one's not a deal yet until we get the contract. So
just to be clear, he is he's bird dogging me, but I don't accuse him that directly.
No, don't call him a bird dogger, because it's the bird dogging is just when you're taking a wholesale deal and you're trying to sell it on your own to somebody.
But you don't have the contract locked down.
He doesn't have any rights to sell it.
Oh, okay, so one of the other topics of conversation was that because I was telling him about the Buy Box Cartel and the auto contract thing, and then he was like, so I mean, I don't know what's all the point of that, but I understand they might think that there's just not even a contract in place or at all, and that I'm just
well, you can't sell anything without knowing the contract. You have to have the contract.
And so that was kind of like he was telling on himself in a way, because he was saying, well, I mean that's the only way that, if y'all think that, there's just not a contract at all, but trust me, there is a contract. Like he was just kind of,
So it
just
goes.
making me know
the
that there was a contract, which makes me even believe that he does not hold personally the contract. So I just asked that, are you the contract holder?
No, just say, send me the contract. I need to see it to be able to buy it. That's it.
Okay.
And it's not bird dogging. Somebody corrected me in the chat. Let's see.
Oh, what is it? Let me get the chat and see what you guys are saying.
Backdooring, but that's a whole different. That's a
Say that
whole.
one more time.
Jazz knows what I'm saying. That's a whole different deal. He's saying backdooring, but that's a whole.
Backdooring, that's a different.
That's not.
That's pillow talk.
That I think it's way. That was a very polite way of saying it. So he's. No, wait, I know it is. It's on the tip of my tongue.
So can you send me the contract or send me the contract? I think I'm putting
Chaining is what he's doing.
Whating? Say that again.
Okay, so you can ask him that. Say, are you daisy chaining? That's what he's doing.
Oh, I thought a daisy chain was whenever a wholesaler signs a wholesaler contract, who signs a wholesaler contract, who signs another wholesaler contract. Okay, so he's like, at what point? So that's why. Okay, all right. So can you send me the contract? But then if he could send me the contract, then he would also know what the agreed upon price was for the contract. So I think this is just going to be like never mind, never mind. I don't want to sell it anymore. Whenever he's already had to ask for an extension and everything, so we'll just see how this plays out.
Yeah, get the contract. That's it. I'm going to let you
send me the contract. Should I even say please? Shouldn't even say please, right? Can you send me the contract?
Say
really
please.
quick?
You want to always be nice. Be nice to everybody. Well,
really
I'll let you finish your business and just get the contract, and I'm going to go to somebody else.
Excellent. Okay, so can you
Ty-Town,
send me the contract really quick? That way we can move forward. All right, and I'm out.
Perfect. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, bro. Ty-Town. Tyler, what's up?
Trent. Hey, man. Long time listener, first time talker.
Oh, you're on permanent mute here. Hold on. My bad. There you go. How are you?
Yeah.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying first time.
Your bathroom is way nicer than his.
What is?
Your bathroom is way nicer than his.
Thank you. Spacious. Holy chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Long time listener, first time caller. So I am working with a property. This is kind of weird. It's a 7-unit, 2 duplex and 1 triplets. And
Okay.
there's some that are all in one space. And it's seller finance. And I was kind of working towards, doing the sort of the checkmate pitch with them. So going down on cash offer. But then he threw a curveball at me, telling me that part of this property includes a large empty lot, 12,600 feet, that they recently had surveyed for 150,000. And he's like, they're willing to sell just the units, which are income producing, or the lot, or both together separately.
Okay.
I should do. That's kind of confusing me.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how big that really is. Because that's not that big. It's a third of an acre.
Right. It's in central Houston, though, I guess.
Oh, it's in the city?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not bad. So a third of an acre. And what are your numbers? Help me out. Or did you send me any numbers or any
I can do it right now.
Okay, cool. And guys, whenever you send me numbers and you ask about an address, do me a favor and just give me all the numbers. Because a lot of times I get things like, "Hey, can you check this out?" And all I get is an address. Say, "Can you check this out? Rents are this. Cash on cash is this." I want to know you've already done your homework because I don't want to do it. And so give me rents. This is really important. Asking price is great. And then, have you done any calculations on this, Tyler?
I was starting to work through it, but I kind of got sidetracked from that, so I need to finish.
Fair enough.
Looks like
I think if you were in the bathroom, how sidetracked you get, So. Okay, let me check it out real quick.
I'm going to put in the final numbers real quick. So the insurance is $332 and property tax is $1,267. Yeah. So I don't. For 7 units, 4,000 is pretty meager.
Way meager.
Yeah. So it's coming up negative 36% cash on cash.
That sounds about right. Yeah. So, I mean, the simple answer is move on. I don't know why they would even try to sell it, but that's kind of the whole point is they can't sell it. Even if I was a cash buyer and I came in, nobody is going to buy something that doesn't cash flow in the investment world, right? So that's a big part of the checkmate. Okay, because we want things that have value. This is $950K, but they can't get rents out of it, and so then we're going to move into a seller finance situation where we offer them, in this case, probably $750 a month payment, because that's the only way we can get this thing to cash flow.
Got it.
We want a 10-year balloon. Whenever you can try to get a 10-year balloon, that's best. 0% interest.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can even go up to probably about $1,000 a month.
So should I take them up on splitting the property, the $150,000 land versus?
No, make it all part of the whole thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with, because you don't want to be in a situation down the road where you got to figure out what to do with that property and it's in the middle of your whole situation. So yeah, say that's for everything. So you would go probably 5% down for seller financing. So let's go. And then let's start with $750 a month payment. And they might say no, and then you got to say, well, can you show me how you can get this to cash flow?
Right.
So you kind of beat them up.
Sure.
Because even if I came in and bought it at the purchase price, it doesn't come even close to cash flowing. And so the only way we can get this thing to get it sold, is to get it to cash flow. And that the only way we can do that is by lowering the our purchase, the monthly payment low enough that we can get it to cash flow.
Yeah.
Really, that they're not getting, at least it's in downtown Houston, they're not getting at least $800 or $900 a unit.
It doesn't. Yeah, there are no actual pictures of the units, which I think is probably important information. But he said it's all fully rented. No, there are pictures of the units. The units seem very basic, but they're functional. They're clear.
Yeah, that's 500. That's less than, it's 300 a month per unit. Like 12 units, right?
Should I compute the potential rent?
No, never commute potential. That's the big surprise at the end of everything that makes you your money. So if we can get it and the lowest possible, absolute lowest possible rate, then we know if we can build it up a little bit, it's going to go even better. How dirty is it?
It's the basic. It's very basic, just like functional, clean. Yeah. From what I can tell.
Yeah, give that a go and see if they bite on $750 a month. You can move it up to a little bit more.
Sure.
Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, then it would be, that you can still go up to $1,000 a month. That would actually put it at almost a 40% cash on cash.
Right. So start at what you said, 750?
750, yeah. And it's something that you've got to really knock home the idea that there's nobody that can even buy this place, because even if they paid cash, there's no way it cash flows.
Right.
And they already know all this. You're just letting them know that you know and that you have a solution. And the solution is, hey, bite the bullet a little bit. In 10 years, you can cash out the whole thing. The balloon will end, and you can take your money, but you're gonna have to wait.
Got it. So just don't even talk about the amortization, 100-year amortization.
I don't do amortizations at all because see how bad that sounds. But if you say it's $1,000 a month, it doesn't sound that bad.
Right. Fair.
Okay. Yeah, I stay away from amortization completely because all that is a way to figure out a down payment, and usually it's only used for like cars and homes at 30 years. On 30-year loans, just to figure out what that payment's going to be. So I steer completely away from it.
So even seller finance, we're probably offering below. You still say 800.
This one we're doing exactly what they owe. He's like, we're going to be telling him the only way you're going to get 950 is by lowering your payment, taking a seller finance deal, and paying it off in 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. And then getting like 750 a month.
750 a month. Again, you can fudge that when you need, negotiation.
Sure.
But also let's go for 5% down. Like your down payment's 5%. You can move that up to 7%. So in your 750 can move to 1,000. But that's where we're starting. Like let's see what we can do.
I'm looking at the creative calculator right now, and it's from the numbers that we're talking about. It looks like it's still only 13% cash on cash. Is that what you're getting?
I think so. Let me see.
So I got list price, offer price 950, down payment 40,000.
No. Let's. Oh yeah, that's 7%, huh?
It's about
5%.
That's less than 5%.
Okay, cool. Yep.
And then 750 monthly payments, with rental revenue of 4,000 a month, and the property tax and insurance. I'm getting like almost 14% cash on cash.
Okay. We're solid on the rental numbers though, yeah, right?
That's what they told me. That's what the broker told me, or the agent.
Okay.
I can double check that.
Yeah, let me just check too.
Were you using the wholesale atlas?
No, I've got my own that I use, but Wholesale Atlas is way better. I've just got to take a week and totally learn it. But
It's just been having
Wholesale
issues.
Atlas,
It's been great, except that recently it's not showing insurance. It's not computing insurance.
okay, which isn't a huge deal, but it is a work in progress. He built that so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting 39.9 as a cash on cash.
39%.
So I don't know why yours is so low.
Why,
Because it's
indeed.
ridiculous, like everything that we're saying. So down payment is 47.5 with 4,000 monthly estimated tax insurance. So that's 2,500 a month in total expenses with 4,000. So cash flow is 1,580 a month. Annual cash flow would be 18,960 a year.
Okay, I'm getting operating expenses of 3,000 a month.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, because property tax is 1,267, and insurance is 332. Did you get those?
1267. So I've got 1,500 and 1,000. So that's my. Okay, tell me what the taxes are.
I've got 1,267 from buy box for property tax, and insurance 332.
Okay, and this is where what state?
Texas.
Ah, it's gonna be right for Texas. Let me double check it. I'm still getting 15,000 a year. Yeah, that's 32.2.
Oh,
I'm not sure why yours is so low.
I don't,
Yeah, the taxes are definitely eating. Yeah.
there's something
the
saying
cash.
loan amount, but I don't know why it says loan amount.
What does it say?
The loan amount 902,000.
Oh, that's yeah, the loan amount. Well, it's 9 whatever yeah, but I mean, we're still saying that we're going to pay 750 to 1,000 a month. So
Down payment.
I'll send you what I got.
Did you send it?
2 seconds.
Oh,
Who are
there
you,
go.
my kids? So impatient. Jeez Louise. And my kids are 28, 26.
I'm using the Skywatch, which I'm still kind of rusty with this one.
I'm terrible with calculators, so this is why I kind of developed this one.
I'll just go with what you got. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna say no, but you have to come back and say, well, how do we get it to cash flow? How would you get it to cash flow? Like this isn't an amazing deal for me, because it barely cash flows, and so we got to do, we this is all we could do. I don't know who you're going to find to buy this place. How long has it been out on the market?
Looks like 128 days.
Yep, and you can just remind them, like, that's why it's not selling, is because no investor is going to come in and take a property that is negative cash flow.
Yeah.
So give them your first numbers, the negative 3,600 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And say, I can't do it. So this is why, and this is my solution, and it gets you out of it. You get $1,000 a month and a sweet down payment. And then in the end, you get all your money at the end of 10 years.
Mhm.
So this is a way for you to actually get paid for this. Otherwise, it won't sell.
Mhm.
And be really authoritative, kind of be a little bit mean. Never be a total a-hole, but I mean, you want to just be like, I can't do anything else. Like, this is my only way that I can even cash flow. Can you provide me a way that you can cash flow? And they won't be able to, because you can't.
Right.
So
Cool.
good luck. I'm psyched you're doing that. That's a great education. Like, that's really good. It's super fun.
Yes. I'll let you know.
Yeah. All right. Take
Thanks,
it
man.
easy.
All right.
Later. All right. Jazz, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, of course. So I sent you a property, right? But I guess my only question on that property is that the agent told me that the person is an investor, right? But he never heard a creative offer before. Like, he never got a creative offer for anything. So how could I, like, as an investor, like him being like, on that level, I guess, like, how would I talk that? Like, how would I explain that to get it sold?
So you're asking how you would talk that?
Like, how would I, like, talk to him to, like, make it to where, like, it's enticing for him? You know what I mean?
How would I talk that?
Negotiate.
Negotiate.
That was bad.
Oh, hold on 2 seconds. Another person at my door. Stand by. Hey. You need me to sign anything? Well, sweet, I won't. See it. How would I talk that? That's what I keep on wondering. It's so much fun to beat you up. Okay. We're in New York. You're in Brook. Are you?
No,
You're in New York.
Queens.
Where?
I'm in Queens.
Queens. Okay. You looked at me like I said New York, and that wasn't where you're from.
Oh, no,
Okay. So now that I'm done teasing you, tell me what your question is on this property.
like, all right, so like talking to an investor, like how would I explain?
Oh yeah,
to
the fact that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
him?
So here's the deal. Like, people are crap talkers. So you can believe them until there's a reason not to believe them.
Right, just explain to him my numbers.
That's what
Like, just,
yeah, just to explain to him, it's the reason we do these things is we like his interest rate. Oh no,
Right.
this one you would go seller finance, not sub
yeah,
two.
yeah. I only do seller finance.
Okay, and sometimes we say, this might not be the right deal for you, but we can get you more money down the road. We can pay you, we can put a bigger value on your property if you're willing to take a set of payments. We do that to entice you to take a set of payments. It's not the greatest solution for you, but if you want to avoid capital gains all at once, it's important to say that because he's still paying it. But if you want to avoid capital gains all at once, this is a brilliant way to do it.
I guess that's my question to you, because you said capital gains tax. Like, how can I, as an investor, he knows those things. So like that would be
You would
more of a
think.
thing. You know what I mean, right? I would hope so, right?
But just tell him you're kind of amortizing your taxes that you have to pay over that 10 years. Even though at the end of the 10 years you're going to take
Like,
a
I want to
payment.
talk his language. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I meant by saying talk that. I want to talk his language.
Don't-
You know what I mean?
No, don't talk his language. Like, if you don't know what you're talking about, don't start. Have you ever watched an athlete do an interview?
Yeah.
They will use biggest words that have nothing to do with what they're talking about because they want credibility.
Saying a whole lot of nothing.
Well, no, it just proves that you're dumb. And so if you say,
Right.
"Hey, I'm new at this, but here's how it was explained to me, and here's my understanding of it all," then
And
you've
be
got
yourself.
credibility,
Just be yourself.
100%, minus the
Gotcha.
code.
You like the code. That's the first thing you told me when you talked to me. You like the code.
All right,
man,
yeah,
I
give that a
appreciate
go. Do you want to try? Do you want to call him right now? I'd love to hear what he has to say. Let's do it.
I mean, it's not even really the guy I'm talking to. It's the lady, their agent. But you know what I mean? She said that he's an investor, and that would have been the first time you heard a creative deal. Because I offered, I said,
well,
is he motivated? Like, what if I offered, I think I said 30K over asking, and set of down payments. And I was like, do you know these creative type of solutions? And she was like, yeah, I know him, but like that would have been the first time to explain to him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Sure.
okay, I'll just come back with the numbers. I didn't tell her the numbers on the phone, like super
okay,
like that.
so
I just said,
here's what you can do with is like, hey, I'd love to get on a call with him so I can explain creative because it might be something he's been missing out on.
right.
And maybe I can show him a different way that makes him more money.
For quite a while, but the seller
I got you.
it was under contract previously, and they backed out like last
Sorry,
second.
there's somebody else. Just hey guys, if you come on stage, go ahead and mute your mic. All right. Yeah, give that a go. See what happens.
Cool, no doubt.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Oh, Mike, our old TikTok like star now. Jeez Louise, you're on fire with your TikToks.
You're getting a lot of views, huh?
I'm psyched for you. You know what it is you're doing that is what a lot of people don't do? Is you're letting your dog hump your leg during the TikToks. So that's a great
Yeah, that seems to work. That 2,300 views on that. When I'm talking business, it's 300 views, maybe. I don't know how.
Is when you're authentic, people see it and they love it. So you're doing everything right. I mean, I'm really psyched that you're even doing it. I'll put you on Hold My Hand Wholesale Junior, which we're on right now. You are killing it, and I'm really. And what did you land on your name? What is your name for your?
Mike is wholesaling now.
Mike is wholesaling now.
Yeah.
There's no trucker.
Oh, you're talking about what my nickname's going to be. I got to change that name. But Mike is wholesaling now is the name on TikTok. But
Okay.
yeah, we have to shorten Mike your real estate wholesaling trucker van driving guy.
Vans. That's right. You switched to Vans.
Yeah,
Sounds like
I got a
I'm
van. I got a van for the next 5 weeks on Project Runway.
Oh, sorry. Jeez Louise, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
Mike
I just got my first verbal yes.
What?
I just got my first verbal yes.
All right, tell me about it.
Got a trust acquisition. They owe 318. They're asking 334. I called up the realtor. I said, "Hey, it looks like your client's about to only take 5,000 if they're not chipping in for closing. But why don't I put 20 in their pocket? I'll cover your closing costs. I'll cover the realtor's commission, and they walk away with 20 in their pocket clean. And
Okay.
they got a 4.4 interest rate on 240,000, and another one at 2.9 for 72,000. And it cash flows $957 a month.
Holy moly. Okay. You're on your way, mister.
Yeah, waiting for the realtor to call back. Well, she's got to send me back the signed LOI. Then I got to get in touch with Garrett, right, to get the trust going. Or do I send the contract out then get?
You can either me or him, whoever you want to use. I do it all day long, so
All right.
I can help. However.
I got to get the contract out, get it signed, get the trust done, and then I guess wait, right? I mean,
it's a lot of waiting in this thing. That's a big part of it all.
Yeah, just stay in touch with them, right? And I also, about 10 minutes ago, got another offer out. Same town. Woman already moved out of her house. She doesn't want to take anything but a conventional loan. But I went through the checkmate pitch with her, and I told her, like, you may not want this, but I'll give it like an 85% chance that it's still sitting there in 90 days. I'll leave my offer good for 90 days. And they took the offer to present to the owner. So, I mean, that awesome. Conversation started off with a no immediately and turned into an offer.
That's awesome.
I have not missed on one phone call yet this week, but I've only made 5. But we got to close the deals. Got to close them, Trent.
I missed one phone call. Well, I made one, but I like your statistics. Those are awesome. Hey, guys, in the chat. He's fun to watch. He's got a really good TikTok. And I suggest you guys do as much of that as you can. You're basically just advertising who you are and what you do. And it's a great way for people to get to know you and for him to get some people that want to, JV with him and help him out, and he can help them out. So don't hesitate to start shooting what you're doing and how. And anybody that's younger, I love putting them on my TikTok. I think I'm up to, I don't even know, like 113,000 followers. And so also, anybody that wants to.
After I close a couple, I'll get the deviated septum fixed, so I won't be as nasal and annoying.
I don't think that's going to fix the annoying part.
No.
But anybody that wants to, if you DM me any videos that you want from your TikTok, I'll put them on mine and hopefully give you a boost. That'd be amazing. And so just keep putting out the content, guys. Show what you're doing and how you're doing it. and what has worked for you with Hold My Hand Wholesale. And so I'll post them for you. You can actually, even better and smarter, is in the chats right now is Jalen, and she will post it for us. So she works with me, and she's actually a wholesaler too, so she gets it. So anybody that wants their TikToks posted, and you want a little boost from a little bit bigger of a channel, it's not insane, but I mean 100,000 is pretty good. Definitely. I'm going to try to find. Hey, can you put Jalen, if you're in here, can you make sure you put your stuff in the goodly. Why am I losing my mind? Put your name and everything, your contact info in the chat. Whew, that took me a long time to get. Oh, she's right there. Thanks. That was easy.
Hey, Trent, I gotta go pick up these camera people. I gotta go pick up these camera people. I just wanted to let you know that I got a yes, and I wanted to say thank you for all your help.
No problem. Happy to do it. What cameras are you shooting with? Aries?
That is not my area of expertise. I just drive.
Fair enough. All right. Gotcha. Keep killing it.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy. Bye. He's awesome. Okay, so Jaleem.
Yeah,
Is that
I
right?
apologize if I joined earlier. I was in the middle of a call.
I got you unmuted. Hold on. I gotta unmute you. How's it going, Jalen? And Jalen, hold on just real quick. Hey, Jalen, put it in the chat as many times as you can to remind people to send you stuff. That'll just make your life easier too. Says especially if they've already edited something. Okay, sorry. What's going on?
I'm going to the MU property. I already had a conversation with the realtor. I was about to give her a call back in like the next half an hour or so.
Okay.
The situation with this property is they have so the property is listed at 480,000. They have a mortgage at 440,000 that was taken out in 2022. For some reason, it's not showing the interest rate on Batch Leads. It might show it on your software.
Yeah, I'll check. You send me the address here, and here's an easy way. When you guys are trying to find the interest rate, the coolest thing to do is go, what were the interest rates on, April 3rd, 2022? And it will pop it up for you in Google. Okay. Since PropWire sometimes doesn't have it, but that's just kind of a little hack. Okay. Let me see. I'm not seeing. Do you send the address over to me?
Right now, it's just taking me a second.
Oh, good. No worries. Take your time. What's in the background there? Is that the chameleon or is that fish?
That's my snake. His name's Green Bean. He looks kind of like a green bean. He's really long.
What is he, a viper or what?
No, he's just like a green tree snake. He's like harmless. Like honestly, my cat could do more damage than him.
That's cool. I love snakes.
Yeah. But okay, where is? What do I do?
Just right click on my my video, my picture, right here. Okay. Figure it out.
I have it. I think I'm just gonna post it in the chat. It's fine.
Okay, you sure? Everybody will steal it, just so you know.
So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. But
okay.
Yeah, the situation with this one is I spoke to the realtor and they they're looking to get out of this property, but the wife and the husband and wife owned it together, and they've been divorced since they own the property, and the mortgage is taken out in the husband and wife's name, and they have it listed and are trying to get rid of it, and they don't think they can sell it with the mortgage in place because the wife needs it off of her debt to income ratio.
Okay.
This property makes the most sense to assume the mortgage rate on this. I mean, it'd be like a $30,000 entry fee on like a $500,000 property, so it's below 10%. And I talked to the realtor. They said they'd be open to debt assumption, but it's not going to work with the wife's name. I offered trust acquisition and told them I would talk to my company's attorney to make sure that it works. So I'm just like coming to this like live stream to make sure that I can put this in like a trust acquisition deal, put the property in a trust and acquire it with somebody else and still have it taken out of the wife's debt to income ratio.
Okay. It won't ever be out of it, but it's explainable.
Okay.
And so the next time that she wants to go get, a property, she just has to explain it to the lender. They'll just want to see, like, wait, we see that you have a mortgage going on. Oh, and it's been on for 300 days. Am I looking at the right thing?
That's been on for, this one's been on for a long time. I think they tried to go under, previously there was a roof that had been like basically totaled the property. It was an expensive fix because of the hurricane. It got completely fixed since then.
Okay.
And that they've already paid for all of it, and it's like currently being worked on, and it's going to be done within the next 2 weeks. So it's not like an issue for purchasing the property, but that kind of like held them up on the markets for a really long time.
Okay. And so, there we go, inside. So everything else is pretty clean.
Yeah, everything else was like perfect. They said there was one room leaking. It was like one of the upstairs rooms where the roof was, but that got fixed when the roof gets fixed. So.
Okay. I don't know. It's not coming up on PropStream for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see any of the interest rate information, only the time that it was taken out, and it was like 6 months of 2022. So I'm like that seems like the ideal time. It's not quite late 2022, so it should still be a pretty low interest rate.
Okay. Let's see. So again, you can just go 622 interest rate on Google. Let's see. Oh no, it's doing the wrong thing here. Okay, it's just giving me calculations. Hold on, I'm asking it the wrong thing. Hold on.
But yeah, if this is explainable for the wife to take out like another loan, so like the debt to income ratio, even if it shows up, she'll be able to explain it and it won't affect anything.
Correct.
I think this is something that they'll be interested enough for me to like send a contract for closing on. So
Okay, good. And you're going to look at about a 5.5 to 6% interest rate.
5.5 to 6%. That's a little bit high for this. I can try, but
Well, yeah, you just ask them for a mortgage statement, and they'll give it to you.
okay. Yeah, I'll give them a call back, ask them for the mortgage statement and tell them that it should be fine for the wife to take out another loan if we do the trust acquisition method.
Yeah, that should be good.
All right, thank you. That's all I
Okay,
needed.
bud. See ya. Hey, Kevin, you've landed. How are you? What can I do for you?
Hey, how are you today?
Good.
Yeah, thanks so much for the patience and for doing this today.
No problem. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I got a property here in Tampa, Florida. It's fix and flip. They're asking 200,000. ARV is around 300. So
Let me see. Let me see it. Can you send it to me in the
yeah.
in the DMs?
Should I send you just the address, a link to Zillow or
Yeah, the address is fine.
All right. Let me see. How do I find you here?
Right click on my video and then just go to message and it'll come down to my message. And that DM's right to me.
Here we go.
Got it?
Yeah. Won't let me send it. I gotta add just a friend.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, just we'll friend each other. See what happens.
Send your request.
Yep. Perfect. Let's see. We are friends now. There you go.
There we go. So I did comps and it's hovering somewhere around 330, but I think 300 is a safe number.
Okay.
So subtracting 0.6 and so multiplying by 0.6 and subtracting rehab cost and a possible maybe 8K assignment fee, we're looking at an offer of 110 cash.
Oh, 110. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 20. Okay. Let me see real quick. Let's see. Stand by here. Sorry.
I've been trying to call the realtor. I even left a message, but they haven't got back to me, so I'm still trying to call. But for what I know here on PropStream, the owner has owned the property for 8 years, and they bought it for $100 in 2016. Not sure.
$100.
Yeah, in cash.
That's probably a
It says here that that's an arm's length resale. Not sure what that is.
Well, more than likely that's like a family deal.
Yeah.
Where they just put it in their name. Okay, let's see. So let's find what this one is. Stand by 2 seconds here. Okay. We're in Tampa. Okay, it's pending right now, just so you know. So they've got a contract pending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it might not be even worth pursuing. Did you talk to the realtor?
No, been trying to contact them and nothing.
Okay. So what I want you to do, did you do all your calculations before you called the realtor?
Yeah.
Let's do that the opposite now.
Okay.
I want you to call realtors. That way you're not wasting any time. You can do 20, 30, 40 calls a day. If you just call them, hey, how's it going? It's Kevin looking at this house on, East Lambridge or Lambright. What can you tell me about the property that I can't see from Zillow? And they'll get to talking. And the most important thing you want to find out is like, hey, why are they selling? What's going on? They're like, oh, they're divorced and they da da da, or they're joined the military, or the whole family moved and blah blah blah, and they're not in there anymore. They try to rent it. You get an idea of what your strategy should be once they start telling why the people are leaving. Saves you a ton of time. And so when you're talking to the realtor, you say, oh, okay, well, you know what? Let me run some numbers, and can I get back to you about an hour? And they'll be like, yeah. And in their brain, they're going, yeah, sure, you're going to get back to me. Nobody ever gets back to me. And then you get back to them in an hour with numbers. So that gives you a full hour to check it out, run your numbers, do all your analytics, everything like that you want to do. And then you call back and you're like, hey, I sat down and here are the numbers they came up with. Is this something they might be interested in? So it's a little bit better. It's a smoother transition to doing all the different things. You're not wasting time. And you're developing rapport and trust with the realtor because you called back. And so even if this one doesn't work, then you say, hey, before we wrap up, and I'm sorry that, my offer wasn't good enough. Hey, do you have any other things that you think would be something that I, could go after? Any other good deals? Anything, that has a strange story or needs help? And then they'll give you probably 4 more. And so making that phone call is the most important part. That's kind of the bottom line.
Okay, understood. I got you. All right, I'll definitely do it.
Because you went through all this and then it says it's pending and you're like, dang it. And just so you know, I would offer about 10 grand for this place.
Really?
Oh yeah, 100%. The only thing they can say is no. But the best thing they can say is, well, would you go 15? You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it needs a lot of work. There's tarp on the roof, so you need new roof. Every room is trash. I mean, there's so much that needs to be done on this house. So let's get a little bit picky and let's get a little lowbally. Like don't be afraid to offer super low ball offers. Because all they can say is no, but they can also, come way down. Because you're setting an anchor for everything else. Because now they know that you think this place is worth 5-10 grand, and so if they can get you up to 30, that's a win for them. If it's worth 30, but this place isn't, so I wouldn't go any higher than 15, maybe, but start at 10.
Okay,
just to be polite. So. And give them a reason. Just say, hey, I would love to offer you more. I'm so sorry I'm such a jerk on this. But the best I can do is like 10 grand because it needs so much work. And so just the amount of money I'm going to have to put into this to get it up to snuff is just almost not worth doing it. But it is worth doing it if I can get, this back going and close to the ARV.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much. I want to move along to one more property. This one I did do it the other round. I didn't run any numbers because I wasn't sure how to even do it. Is this a cash deal? Is this a mortgage takeover? Sure. I wasn't sure. Send it now.
Good,
so
got it.
Essentially, so this is 811 East 33rd Street, and then there's the one next to it is I believe 815. So there are 2 of them. So there are new construction. Okay. And I called the realtor. We had a bit of a chat, sort of asked, why they're selling, and basically the seller just ran out of money, and the property is 95% done.
Perfect. Okay.
And so what the realtor told me was that the seller is looking to hand it off to a firm or to a bank or a private company to finish it off and then sell it. So they're asking 475, but that area the comps are around 425, 400.
Okay, so yeah.
From what I gather on PropStream, I believe, the home is in default. So yeah, the seller did run out of money, and just want to know how do I approach this? What's the best
Yeah, did they say when they were going to take the, because they are in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, which is better. Let me just see. Okay, they have 5 properties they own, which is interesting. So they didn't run out of money, just so you know. But they might just be letting this go.
Okay.
So in this situation, I would ask him what's left on the mortgage, because right now I don't see. Well, it looks like it maybe 95,000 is left on the mortgage. I would come in, and again, just like the other one, I would say, wow, I have no idea at what level this is right now. I see that a lot of it was done. But I would love to come over and just take over the mortgage and not offer anything else. They're very ready to be beat up a little bit. And so, yeah, just say, hey, in these situations, a lot of times what we do is we just take over the mortgage. That gets the monkey off their back of that payment every month. And we'd be happy to do that. There's going to be a ton of work that needs to be done on this. I'm sure since it's sat for a while, there's going to be some problems with the city. And so that's really the best you could offer.
And you are right. There are definitely problems with the neighborhood. They're going through some kind of gentrification, and there's definitely robbery and theft in that area.
Okay, perfect.
And she agrees.
Okay, and that's a great way to do it. Say, let me know what the monthly mortgage is. I would like to take it over. If you can send over a mortgage statement, that's what you're going to be looking for, is a mortgage statement. Yeah, check it over and see if the mortgage is low enough, the payment's low enough that it cash flows if you rent it out. Then that's great. Otherwise, we also have, finding a retail buyer, like a family, to come in here and get this would be really nice.
Yeah, but you're also looking at a bit of rehab here. The property's
absolutely
not turnkey.
I would figure another, maybe a couple hundred in rehab is what you'll tell them, and that will make everything make sense. I don't think it needs that much rehab. I think you're in a really good fix and flip, because most everything, the windows still have the stickers on them, and it's really, really new stuff inside. Yeah, give that a go. See if they'll just let us take over the mortgage.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and it's easy to do. It's like they can say no, and then you move on. But let's shoot our shot and at least try to get something cheap here. Because if they only owe $100,000 and you're paying the mortgage on $100,000 on this house, you're killing it. That'd be amazing.
So, since I'm all new to this, can you give me a walkthrough of like after I submit an offer? If they say yes, what are the next steps? Like,
contact me. Contact me and we'll start working on it. If I like that neighborhood and we can get it for 0%, 0 down. These are the kind of properties I buy, and I've got several in Houston, so it's a good market. These are things I like. Otherwise, you just fill out our form. It's the TKO student help form, and that will go to my back end. We'll look over everything together, and then we'll all work together and see how we can, either me buying it or we can get it sold through Richard's back end. There's a bunch of options at that point.
Where can I find a TKO form?
Watch this. It's magic. Marilyn is going to put it into the chat, and she's going to send it to you in your DMs, because she's just that way. Let's see. Oh, she's failing me. Marilyn.
Oh, there it is.
She never fails me, ever.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right.
Ready. I'll get on that, and hopefully I'll have some good news on this.
Okay, I love it. Okay, buddy.
Thanks so much.
Right. Hey, Mr. Taylor, Dan Taylor. See ya, Kevin.
Hey, How's
Hey,
it
buddy.
going?
What have you been doing?
Phone
What's
calling
the
all
update?
day. I made 20
Yeah?
calls. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
that's
I've,
the
had,
that's the best.
I've had about 8 or 10 conversations back and forth. Yeah,
Great.
I'm sort of sometimes I don't leave messages, but I might text back or whatever, and so that seems to be helping out a bit, which is good.
Perfect.
So a couple questions. Based on our chat yesterday and working together. So I haven't evaluated any of the deals yet, other than a couple in my head, high level. So I'm looking at the 1%ers at the moment.
Okay, good.
And so I have a couple questions. Number one is, so what should I do next? So I've identified a handful of properties that may or may not make sense yet.
Yep.
What should I do next? And then
Okay.
I have one or two that may make sense just off the top of my head.
Yeah. You have graduated is what you've done. So now you're going to call real properties, okay? The way you're going to search for them is super simple. And this is how I do it because I'm a visual guy. I go, and I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. Like this. So on Zillow, all the way out, and I remove any kind of boundaries or anything. Let's see. Oh, I've got this. Why is it not doing it? What's going on? Let's see. I'm on some. Oh, I'm not on Zillow. That would be why. Jeez Louise. I'm losing my brain today. Okay. Oh, got all these cool little dots. To start you off, remove boundaries. So to start you off, go, I'm going to give you something that not everybody does. So usually we're looking for these clusters.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the clusters, right? I want you to go to this one right here. And let's go. This is going to be a friendly realtor. So I'm clicking on that. No idea what it is, but you'll click on those. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Completely the opposite of what we think we're supposed to do. But here we go. It's 252. And then we roll down and we see, okay, what's it rent out for? Okay, 1428. So this one, not one to call on because if we need to at least rent for 2,500, if not 2,600.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me look at this. This is kind of cool. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's also really nice. So, it could be one that you could offer cash on. But not bad. I mean, it's a pretty house. So let's do that. Let's give you, get on there and call the realtor. I just want you to call her just to figure out your next stage. So the next stage is you're going to do the exact same thing you've been doing, but you're going to follow it up with an offer. Okay. And your offer is going to happen after you make an appointment with the realtor. So you're going to say, hey, it's an interesting place. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's in Nacogdoches, Texas. Let me give you a call back with my offer. And then you're going to go and do all your due diligence. Let's do it on a real one though, because I just didn't want somebody to take this one from you. So again, it's 252. So we want to roll down and look at the rent, and hopefully it's a $2,500 rent. It is not, so we'll move on. Okay. And it could be because it's so far away from everything,
Right.
So let's go to, I like going to really just kind of obscure places. I don't know why there we go. Let's go to Kansas, see what's going on in Kansas. Okay, there's one way out here. Let's check that one out. 100 grand, okay? Came on the market. They made this, look how they used this beautiful sunset filter to make it look like it's not in an industrial area. and it is an industrial area. Everything's industrial around it. But let's look at it. Let's
Okay.
see. So not bad inside, right? Let's go and see our favorite. What are we
Yeah.
looking for next? What's the next thing that's
The rent?
important? Yep. $920 a month. Yep, $920 a month, and they're asking $99.5.
Okay.
Okay, we're close to the 1%. So with places like this, I want you to call on it, and I want you to get to know what's going on. It needs a little bit of work, and this is going to be something you offer a low cash offer, more than likely. Let's see what they owe on it. And so these are all just the really quick things you do. At this point, I always call. I call the realtor, and then I continue to look at the property while I'm talking to the realtor. So at this point, I'd already be dialing. But for you right now, I'm just going to show you if I can get it done here. I'm going to show you what's going on with it on PropStream. I'm going to assume it's paid off. So let's see. There it is. And the details. Okay. And so paid off. No mortgage. Oh, could have a mortgage. So possible mortgage. It says 45,000. It may still owe 45,000.
Okay.
That's a great cash number. You can come in and just pay them back for their thing. They might not want that because they think they have another $45,000 in equity. So you're going to give them a call and you're going to go for a lowball cash offer more than likely. But I want you to call them right now and let's find out why they're selling. The most important question you can ask. It to you.
Great. Can you just feed me the number? My screen's a bit small.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna send this to your DMs too. So here's the address. Got that? And here is the I missed it. The realtor. Okay. Seeing all that?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sorry, my computer's a bit slow here.
Yeah, I can give you the number if you want. You ready?
Yeah, just give me the number if you don't mind. Yeah.
Okay, this is Jacqui, Jacqui.
Oh, I see it now. I got it. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah, 620-960-1818. And it's Jacqui. Yeah, and you can almost play with that name. Just say, I'm going to butcher your name right now, but is this Jacqui? Oh, Jackie. Okay, call her right back.
There's a
Jacqui.
there's a
What
whole
I'm in.
there's a whole skit from some comedians that play with names.
Oh, I know,
They
right?
take,
Aaron.
Angus.
Jacqui. Thank you, Armand. Keeping me normal here. Probably Jackie. Balak. Yep. Oh, you're a Balak, eh? All right, she better answer.
All right.
Still nothing, huh?
This is number 4.
Long distance charges may apply. Hi, you've reached Jackie Homewood.
Yeah, no luck. That was 4 calls.
Okay. So, but that's what you're going to do. It's that simple. I just want you to find things that are 1%. The rent is 1% of the purchase price.
Okay. And
But even these, if you see this, Dan, even these tiny, like little areas right here. See how that's a small town, but that's got a lot of houses for sale. Those are great too. So you can just look for the little dots and just see what's going on. And that one is 1718, so it's not within the 1% rule, so we just move on. And once you get in an area, then over on the right-hand side, you can see things pretty easily, and you can just decide, oh yeah, this one's it's got a nice sized backyard. It's pretty simple. You look at the price is 204, and then you go down and you see, okay, we're pretty close. Let's give it a call. You know what I mean? So just keep on doing that. That's your next step.
So my assignment is to practice.
To practice more, but you're going to do these, and you're going to say, well, that's let me see what I can do for you. Can I call you back in an hour? And then you go and run your numbers, okay? Because now you have a reason to run numbers, and you'll know if it's going to be a sub 2 number, or if it's going to be a seller finance number or a cash offer. And so that's going to be one of the three.
And is it basically you're having a conversational offer when you decide? Like it's just a verbal, hey, do you think the seller would take that? Is that the idea?
Exactly. And then they might ask for an LOI. They might ask just for, hey, can you email that over so I can email it to them? It's and then you move on to a contract after that. If they say yes, you're good. Then, but make sure you're if you anything you're doing that it's got a 20% cash on cash or more, that you're going to be able to put 7% down. Okay, so it keeps everything really low. And if you're doing seller finance, we always want like a 10-year balloon if we can get it, but we'll settle for 8. So you want to have all those things in place.
And the other is possibly just taking over the mortgage and kicking in some dough for closing costs and real estate.
Very little. Yeah, very little. You want to have about 10-15% equity. So when you look on PropStream, it'll tell you how much what percentage, and then you want to go in and you just want to lowball. On the mortgage takeovers, I always offer nothing. That's just who I am. And we can move up from there. So don't offer any money to start off with.
Okay, so I'm just gonna conversationally share one with you. So like I found one today where I think the price they're asking about 120. It sounds like it looks quite nice, but they haven't finished it yet. Like the water's not connected, and there's some appliances missing and some countertops, and so some like the last 10 or 15% hasn't been done, and it sounds like the lady's out of dough and has to. So, and it's about a 1%. So in that case, you're suggesting what I would do is say, hey, listen, I mean, it hasn't been on the market that long, so that's the disadvantage, but only a handful of days. But, or at least that's all I can tell. Should I just say, hey, listen, looks like, she wants to get out of town and get out of the house. I can help her. I can take over the mortgage, and she can call it a day, and I guess find out from the agent what it would take for them.
Yep. And so I keep in mind always that the agent is connected to the seller. Okay?
Yes.
And so the seller's responsible for the agent. In situations where I offer nothing, I call the agent and I say, hey, agent, these guys are losing their shirt. Do you really want your commission on this one, or can I pay you $500 to appease you?
Yeah. Okay.
And I get yeses all the time on that. People are fine with it.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. So in this case, the example I gave you, the only thing against this deal is it hasn't been on the market very long.
But you made the call already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had the conversation and I built the rapport.
Perfect. And so why are they leaving? Just because they ran out of money?
I couldn't get a direct answer, but she basically said,
sounds like
what's that?
Yeah. it sounded like they ran out of money during the renovation,
Well,
right?
that's my deduction is they don't have enough money
Okay.
to connect the bathroom vanity, and they want to get out of town. So it sounds they want to leave Memphis. So
Which is great
Yeah,
because when their motivation is not money, you're in a great position because the money doesn't matter.
Right.
And so anything you save is yours. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So, sort of back to my screen wasn't working that great. So you went into a market with lots of dots. Then you went outside where there was a few dots, and there
Yep.
we're looking for a 1% nugget to figure out what the deal is and to start
Perfect.
calling.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yep. I try to simplify it. That's I think that's the simplest that we can go for sure.
I love simple, and yeah, today was interesting. It was fun. Like I said, I talked to about half the people I called. So
Good. No, you'll get it. You're going to get hooked.
yeah,
It's
including
infectious. It's
including
so much
one
fun.
organization that doesn't do wholesaler. She says, "Are you a direct buyer, or do you?" And she said, "We don't work with wholesalers." I said, "Okay, no problem." But she said, "If I have buyer anyway," but she still wanted to do business with me on the flip backwards way.
Perfect. And as long as at the very end you're saying, "Hey, what else do you have in the area? Is there anything that would fit what we're doing?" Because that's where you get your best leads. 100%.
Yeah. And I got back to our San Diego guy because you've got your 50% AVR guy looking in San Diego. So
Yeah.
So I'm already
Perfect.
planning. I'm trying to plant the seeds already. Yeah.
That's the key. Make sure you're just keeping accounting of everything. So there's going to be a lot of data. So make sure you've got a CRM or some way, a Google Sheet, some way to keep it going.
I'm running a Google Sheet for now because when people call me back, I have to ask their name because I don't know what I got to go back. I figure. So yeah, I got a Google Sheet with their name, their number, a couple of simple notes, and their the Zillow listing. So
Well, I've got a student that has put together a really easy like Google Sheet that's color coded and all this stuff. I'm going to talk to him and see if he would start selling that to students because he's 15. How old is he? 15? Yeah. He's 15 years old. And so if nothing else, just as kind of a little nod to the fact that he figured out a really cool way of doing something. I might talk to him and see if he'll let me sell his sheet.
Cool. Yeah, but you definitely got to keep stuff because I'm just on day one and I don't know how you keep track of 20 things, let alone 100 or 1,000.
I got VAs because I'm super lazy, and so I've got a team of six women who beat me up every day and take care of everything. They're awesome.
Sounds great. Okay, man. Thanks for the help.
Easy. All right, buddy. Take it easy. All right. Okay. Well, it looks like Richard's going to be a little bit late, so I'm going to go over a little bit. Let's see. What's up, Prince?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Alrighty. So I had this property that I had in mind. I spoke with the realtor just yesterday or the day before. It's a cash deal. They have listed it for 156. They refused to do seller finance, but I lowballed them and they accepted that one.
How far?
Yeah. 130 from 156.
That's not a low ball, Prince.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I gave them a bit low. I want to call them again and go a bit further down, but I'm not sure if they'll accept. But looking at it,
shoot your shot on those things. So you started 156 and they accepted a 120?
130.
130. So you got okay, but not great.
Yeah, I think they could accept it.
I want to see something like 90 on something like this. 85. Get ugly.
Yeah. Should I send you the details?
No, I want you to call him back and offer 95.
Yeah,
let's do it right now. Yeah, let's do it. Now? Call him. Yep. And just say blame it on your team. Say my team beat me up on this. They said the most, or you can blame it on your lender and say the most I can offer you is 85. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought my lender would be on board, and he's totally not on board. He said he can't lend on that.
I understand. Okay. 85. Yeah, it's in a pretty bad condition, so it's like a fix and flip. So that's why.
Oh, how bad? Oh, okay, you didn't tell me that part. How bad's the condition?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, I think. That's why I wanted to send you the message. I mean the house as well. I wanted to see if the numbers were right.
Well, let's do this then. Yeah, send me the. Did you put it in the DMs?
Yeah, I'm about to do it just now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to even ask if it was in turnkey. I'm assuming everything's in turnkey.
Yeah. So I just sent it right now. I had it ready actually. I just needed to press send. I didn't know if.
Yep. Okay. I got you. I got it. Where are you from? Remind me.
I'm actually from Australia.
Australia. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Aberdeen, Washington. I've actually been there.
Yeah.
It is a awesome rally car area in the mountains.
So what they wanted was proof of funds, so I had to wait like this day for that. Came in just earlier. And then I'm ready to call them soon, so within probably a couple of minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 40, I'll call them back and yeah.
Boy. Yeah, and do we know that do they have a mortgage on it? Did you find out?
They didn't have a mortgage on it. I used PropWire, they didn't have it. Well,
They do have it?
They do not, according to PropWire, what I looked at.
Okay, they don't. Okay, good. Yeah, just tell them like you talked to your lender, and your lender looked at the pictures and realized there's going to be a ton of work that needs to be done. So the best you can offer. Now I'm going to tell you even worse. It's going to be the best you can offer is probably 50.
50
because of all the work that needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, it needs quite a bit of work.
I don't want you guys to look downstairs. Like there's insulation and everything exposed. I mean, I want you guys to get used to offering low. Like we can't go. I mean, this thing's going to take so much money to fix that it's going to probably bring it to what they want. Yeah. Tell them 50 is the best we could do on this.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I only offered 130 because they first refused the seller finance, but that's understandable.
Yeah.
And then
no worries. What do you think the ARV is?
Sorry?
What is the ARV in this area after it's all fixed up? The after repair value?
Around 200, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, 50 is great.
Yeah. And see, I just wanted to run the numbers with you because I've only just started like a few weeks in, a week or two in. Actually, only just started calling a week. And yeah.
The key is to call. You're doing everything right so far. I want to see you call more people though. And you will get there for sure.
Yeah, I've been calling. I had to get an American number through like a third party app and all of that nonsense. I have to wake up at a different time zone and everything to get realtors on a good time.
Yeah, because it's Friday for you around, I'm going to guess, around 11 in the morning?
Almost, like 4 hours off, 7:44 in the morning. So I would normally get up to like 4 and start either like doing some research, call around 7. And yeah, I work only in like the West Coast because that's the only time that I kind of work when I wake up.
Yeah. Well, and here's the deal is I've got a guy looking for properties in California. Yeah. He's a buyer. They bought 177 properties last month. And so why can I never remember it? Arizona and Mariposa County? Yeah, I think it's Mariposa. No, what is it? I can't remember. Arizona, Orange County, San Bernardino. Thank you. Maricopa County. Thank you, Maryland. You're the best. And see, anything that is cash deals that are 50% of their ARV. So you got to figure out what their ARV is, and then as long as it's 50% of ARV, they'll buy it.
Okay, perfect. All right, I think that was it for the time being. Thank you for.
But you're gonna make a phone call. You're gonna make a phone call. You're gonna
Sorry?
make a phone call. You're gonna make a phone call right now.
Now.
Yeah, and offer 50. Yeah, an offer 50.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want you to do too is go down to where your name is in the Discord. Go up 2 rows and it says video connected. There's an icon right next to it, and I just need you to turn that to off. That way we can hear. Yeah, just above it. You got it?
Okay, it says turn off camera.
Yeah, no. Okay, go above that one more where it says video connected, and then there's a little icon between that and the phone. Just click on it and turn that off. It's a noise suppression.
Okay. Right, so I pressed the wrong one. Yeah. Okay, when I click on it, it doesn't show an option to turn it off on.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. That means it's off.
Hold my okay.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, I'll just have to get that number back home. It took quite a while actually just to get that number because they didn't have it on Zillow, but okay. Okay. Get the number.
Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Indeed. 6.
Hello, this is Mary.
Hey there, Mary. This is Ramsey from a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yep. I was coming to talk about the property the other day.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I went back with my team and I got some information after some due diligence had been done. Right. And they weren't really happy with the offer that I gave you earlier. So I was coming to see if you would be able to do if you'd still be able to accept this offer coming up. So as you had listed it for 156, my team looked at the pictures that I gave to them and they said with the condition that it is in, they cannot do 130 at all. So they told me to come back to you and give you an offer of 50. Okay, straight up.
Okay. I'm gonna say no, and
Yeah.
I'm completely uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
Because there's no reliable information.
I have the proof of funds that you requested already.
I don't care. I don't care. The answer is no. So please just stop calling me. Thank you.
No worries. Have a nice day. That's how that went.
Okay. Welcome to wholesaling. That's the deal. The offer wasn't crazy because honestly, it would take so much to get it fixed. That's the problem. And once you spend all that money to get it fixed, you would be back up at that 130 price. So there you go. Sorry about that. Crushing dreams.
It's all good. It was a pretty bad house anyway. Terrible.
Yeah, it's not that good. That's okay, but you never know. And I want you guys to go after low prices, because low prices, it's getting the deal on this side, getting the contract is the easy part, believe me, because now you have to go sell it to somebody else. And so if it's an okay deal, they're looking at thousands of deals a day, and they are only taking the cream of the crop. And so you've got to get it low. It's really important. And it's a case of getting used to, the no's. There's going to be a ton of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Hey, tell me
stressing
about.
Sorry?
Are those soccer jerseys behind you?
Yeah, they are soccer jerseys. I get like them. I don't know. I only choose the cool ones, and yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I plan on
Nice.
actually doing like business around it because you can't really find them in Australia. So I plan on like wholesaling actually jerseys.
That's awesome. Those are really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, keep on plugging on. Like, do your best. I mean, it's tough. It's tough making the calls. It's tough you're in the nose, but move on. You're all good.
All right. Thank you for the help.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy. All right. See ya. All righty. Linwin. 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 Linwin, you there? Okay, they might be on a phone call. Okay, J. Dior, 639. What's going on?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, you got a camera?
Good. Yeah, I believe so. Hope it works. All right.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So I have a realtor who wants to send me a contract for a sub-2 deal. I sent him the Grandin Taylor credibility packet, and then I wasn't sure for the proof of funds, so I asked Shane to help me, and he sent me his proof of funds. And then the realtor asked me who he wants or who he should put as the buyer, and I told him my name, but now he's questioning who Shane is. What should I tell him?
You can either make Shane the buyer or Grandin Taylor the buyer, and just you just can say that you're a underwriter for them, and so Shane would be the one. Is it a pretty good deal?
I don't think it cash flows, but it is a pretty good deal. They asked 205 and they're accepting the 202, and it's a 4.6% interest.
Okay, and what's it cash flow?
I have a picture of it. It loses $88 a month, so cash on cash is only 3.3 or negative 3.3.
Terrible. Don't even go any further. Nobody's going to buy that. So it's way too. I want you to get 50% of what they're asking. Like make if they're asking $100,000, even go to $25,000. I want you to go low. Getting $2,000 off their list price is nothing. Anybody that is putting their house on the market is going to put it up probably $20,000 to $30,000 more than they think they can get right off the bat.
Even if I'm just looking to take over their mortgage?
Yeah. So if you're taking over their mortgage, I go in at 0. So I say, hey, I see you got this mortgage. I'll give you nothing, and I'll just take it over, and then you don't have to make that payment every month. Okay? I don't like to give people too much money for their equity because their equity is what's sellable. And so the most important thing, and double check with Shane on all this because he knows what he's doing. So I'm kind of shocked he gave you a POF for something that negatively cash flowed. Is it beautiful? I mean, is it like pristine, gorgeous house?
It's a good house. He said $5,000 to get it to up to $1,500 per month if that's pristine condition, but it's move-in ready. I believe the rent is $1,300 right now.
Okay. Yeah. I want things that cash flow $1,500 a month. Okay, not the rents are 1,500. That it cash flows 1,500.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean? That's what you
Yeah,
want to
I
go
thought.
after.
Okay.
You want to
So
go
we
after things that you're like, oh, I wish I could buy this. Why can't I buy this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we still want to go after cash flowing properties even with the subject to offer. Okay.
Absolutely. Because you're not cash flowing, and unless they're pristine and you're getting them for no money down, and they have like $60,000 in equity, that's a good deal. I just did one of those on Monday. So there's you got to be picky. You got to really kind of feel like a jerk a little bit. But some of these cases, it's helping them out. They can't make that mortgage payment anymore. And so if they miss too many of those mortgage payments, then they're completely upside down and they can't, they can't, deal with their credit being hammered. So it's something that's possible. And it happens a lot for me. So really start thinking a lot lower. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Rob.
Thank you.
You bet. Linwin. Linwin. No Linwin today. All right, let's see who's next here. Let's go with Eric Lopes. We got a follow-up from yesterday.
T-Dog!
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good energy. I love it. What's been going on?
Okay, so man, I really enjoy offering on like sub 2 stuff, man.
It's awesome.
I feel like you're
Super.
like I feel like you're the savior of the day. It's just like, hey,
100.
you're about to lose money. Hey, you're only gonna make 10K on the sale of this home. How about we, figure something out here? I talked to this agent. I found a beautiful house. This thing is really nice. Let me send you the listing right now. Give me a sec. It's a new build. The interest rate is 5.75, but I'm curious what you think of the actual like house. So the sellers, they just want out of it. And it's funny, I called the agent, she had like music blasting. So I'm like, oh, this is the best way to build rapport. She was like blasting some like gospel music. So I was like, man, too.
Well, send me the address. Did you send it over? Oops.
Oh, sorry, I lost you. Okay, I'm back.
No worries. Yeah, just send over the address.
Yeah,
that's the best. When you've got something you can talk about, that's the best.
Yeah. Okay, so check this out. Man, I just sent it to you.
Got it.
So they owe where is it? Right here. The house is listed for 510 and they owe 585 on it. Or sorry, 485. Excuse me.
Okay, good. So, here's the bad news about Illinois.
Okay, tell me.
You can't wholesale in Illinois. You can only do one deal a year, and so this might be your one deal a year. Just so try to stay out of Illinois the best you can.
Okay.
Because they don't.
Okay, cool. See, like I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's good info.
So she just wants, honestly, she sounded like she was like pretty. Anytime we got talking about like the situation for the sellers, it seemed like they were in a bind. It seemed like this is like the perfect sub 2, just like typical, exactly
0%.
all the things that I wanted to hear, I was hearing. And so she sounds like she's like super ready to kind of move. She's waiting for like an email. So I'm just trying to figure out how I should, like what I should. So here's what I kind of came up with. So, they're looking to make, I think, like maybe $8,000 or $9,000 on this. The 3% would be like 16 grand. And
a lot. In my eyes, that's a lot.
Okay.
Because we got to sell it. So don't be too generous with. That's
Well,
your
I mean,
assignment fee.
sure, but yeah. So that's what I was actually going to ask you. So how do you base off like what they, because it's listed for 510, that doesn't necessarily mean they need to make 3% of that number, correct?
Okay, so the realtor is yeah, so that's a good point. So the realtor is going to probably want 3%, but I talk to the realtor and I say, "Hey, these guys are losing everything and you want to benefit from that? You want money and they're losing money? Seems unfair. How about I do this? Since they won't be able to afford your 3%, how about I give you $500 as a just a walk away gift?" And that's how I get away from. And then I say, what we'll do is we'll just take over their loan, their responsibility, and everything, and that's it. And so there's no money to anybody, and we'll give you $500 to the realtor.
Okay.
People say yes to that because again, the motivation that you and I have would be money. Their motivation might be, hey, we got to get out of here. We're stuck here. We're making this payment. We don't want to make this payment anymore. If we could just get somebody to come in here and take over the payment, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody ever tells me they just want to get rid of it, I say, awesome, I'll take it. And that's it. I don't say anything else.
Sure.
Because they're assuming that I want to pay for that. And I'm like, well, you guys want to get out of it. You want to get rid of it. When I get rid of something, I throw it away. I don't think about it anymore. So if you're not wanting to get rid of it, tell me what you want.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she seemed. I mean, it seemed like she didn't super know what like sub 2 was, and so.
Okay, do your best to not call it sub 2. Don't call it sub 2. Because that's
I just called it like a loan assumption. I didn't use that term with her.
Don't call it that either. It's not a loan assumption. So it's taking over the responsibility of the loan. So a loan assumption, just so you understand, is going in, talking to the bank and saying, hey, we're going to take over this loan. And they say, great, let's get qualified. Let's qualify you. And I got to raise the rent. I mean, I got to raise the rate of the interest rate to today's standards. Okay. So we definitely are not doing. Everybody in here calls it sub 2 or calls it loan assumption. I mean, yeah, the assuming a loan. It's not what we want to do. We would never want to do that because it's not good for anybody.
So what would you call it? Like trust acquisition?
You can call it trust acquisition, but I say we want to come in and take over the responsibility of the mortgage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's definitely what I said. Like while I was explaining, but I definitely used some of those terms for sure. So it could have been a little bit.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, I don't want to do anything like that. No, so just make it more. And those words matter. It's funny. They shouldn't, but they do.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes a ton of sense.
So that's where it's just taking over what the remaining balance and taking over the responsibilities for the mortgage.
Got you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to figure out how to send this email then.
Okay, and don't be afraid to call them. I like hearing from people.
We talked already. She, like I said, she seemed like the agent seemed very ready to like get something going. She sounded like, when I kind of broke down the numbers and I said, oh, so your client's looking to make this much. She was like, yeah, if that, and so she kind of, she knows. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out how to like actually, kind of communicate it. Cause she was just like, just send me an email with all of the information so that I can kind of explain it to them. And so, but I feel like, it's a new build. I feel like this, you tell me if I'm wrong. Like, what do you think of the actual like house and like location? And she was telling me that to even have a plot of land on this, like in this area, it's like minimum of like $100,000 that you need to like have. To just like
I think it's it's good. really good looking house. It doesn't need any real repairs that I can see. Whoever decorated it was probably a little bit drunk when they did so.
Yeah, I know. Pre.
It's bad. Wow, purple. Yeesh. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, as far as turnkey, it's turnkey for sure. And look at all the
Yeah.
acreage you have behind you. Are you kidding me? That's sweet.
No, so that's what I'm saying. It's like she was saying that like to have how many acre? It's the lots. Yeah, the lot size. Yeah, the lot size is like 13,000 square foot or something like that. So I'm like
Yeah, that's
almost
about
half an acre.
three-quarters of an acre. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But the fact that it backs up to that field is really cool, and the fact that
Yeah.
there's no house to them is really cool.
Yep.
So yeah, good stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, let me know.
All right.
Let
Yeah.
me know tomorrow how it goes.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, bro.
All right. Talk soon.
Later.
Peace.
Let's see. Richard and Bruce. Richard said he was coming in, but let me just check and see. Let's see what's going on.
He hasn't noticed me yet.
Oh, perfect. I don't have to. I will not text him. You beat me, Richard. I was just texting you to see when you're coming in. I got to jump and talk to some students one-on-one.
So the seller's about to sign for
Just rolling. There we go.
the seller's about to sign for the $0 down deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that
cool. Was there any pushback?
Lexi had to navigate it. It was a little bit of a difficulty, but because that was now in her head.
Okay.
the idea.
How much did you get any idea of how much this owed on the solar?
I have no idea what's owed, but I believe you're walking into some pretty significant equity.
Yeah. Okay. The solar was the big one because we wanted to make sure. I can't imagine it's more than 20 or 30 grand, but that's going to be part of it that we got to consider as well.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I know none of it's due on sale, so it's not like you have to come up and pay those off. You can just take.
Oh no. Yeah, exactly. All right, do your thing. I'll talk to you after you're live. That's cool.
Yeah. Give me a call.
Okay, perfect.